Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Miles Culture Plate. I am your host, Mild Kevin Miles. It is February 4th, 2023. Sorry, I was a minute or so late, and the stream does not appear to be stable. I am having some serious computer problems. Like, literally, just as I was about to go live, my computer lost my mouse and keyboard. Don't know what happened. It's showing that the stream is unstable. OBS disconnected. Well then. Okay, it says we've reconnected. I don't know what's going on with this. This is weird. It's like all of a sudden my computer's revolting against me all at once. Like right as I was about to go live. So, today's whiskey, might as well get the drinking out of the way. Today's whiskey, Highland Park 12 year, the Viking Honor. Single malt scotch, 43% alcohol by volume. Go ahead and pour a little bit of it and get things going. Looks like things are starting to stabilize on the stream here. Hopefully the latency issues clear up and we'll get a good little stream going. So as you can tell from the title below, we have some balloon madness going. There was a Chinese spy balloon. Well then. Chinese spy balloon. What in the world is going on with this? What in the world? Let's try getting rid of that. Get rid of that. Is that helping any? Let's look. No, it is not. Okay, it says I'm broadcasting now. Let's see how long that lasts. Wow. Seems stable. We'll see how it looks on YouTube. There's like a minute lag. So we're going to cover the balloon. The balloon madness. We appear to have a stable stream now. I don't know what the hell. Anyway, so yeah, if the stream borked out, we're drinking Highland Park 12 today. So I'm going to go ahead and give a toast to the U.S. military for bringing down this dangerous balloon that we're getting ready to talk about here in just a minute. Ooh. I'm not the biggest fan of the Highland Park 12 because it kind of tastes like tobacco. But hey, YOLO. I got to eventually drink through this bottle, so we're going to keep it rolling. Let me go ahead and chase it with a little bit of water. Okay. So yeah, the big story of the day is the Chinese spy balloon. We'll have a few other stories that we're going to be following. What is this? Yeah, that's nothing. Okay, one of the tabs I had open is gone. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Chinese spy balloon. Let's bring up. So we've been getting conflicting reports from yesterday that there were eyewitnesses that saw the Chinese spy balloon over Montana, and that the place the balloon was in over Montana was not just yesterday, but like the day before. Like the area in which it was hovering had some secure nuclear sites. You know, places where you wouldn't want a Chinese spy balloon to be. And there were a lot of reports and people taking pictures of fighter jets or military planes that were allegedly witnessed over the skies of Montana. And people thought they heard explosions like they had shot the balloon down yesterday. And then shortly after that were reports that the balloon was moving from Montana toward Missouri. And then today, the report was that it was shot down off the coast of the Carolinas. So I don't know what explosions people heard yesterday in Montana or what was going on with military aircraft. Allegedly, the military is denying anything. So yeah. So one of the things I've done here is I've done a search term on Twitter for Chinese spy balloon Montana. And we're just going to scroll and see some of the shit that it says that we can find here. All right, so we've got Montana, where our nukes are, to the Carolinas. Representative Don Bacon says, yeah, better late than never. We should have shot it down as it entered Alaska or when it entered near Idaho and Montana, but glad it is finally done. National Review, how much of a threat is the Chinese spy balloon from 2 hours ago? We allow the Chinese government to get the spy balloon they sent over Montana back. I'm not filing my taxes this year. A lot of it's funny. There's a lot of funny stuff, but now I'm not seeing the... Yeah, U.S. military decided to shoot down the Chinese spy balloon, which was spotted over Montana yesterday. TikTok is on 66 million devices across the U.S., but sure, let's worry about the Chinese spy balloon floating over Montana. Yes, definitely. TikTok is not a good thing to be having. Was shot into the Atlantic off of Myrtle Beach coast in full view of thousands. Chinese spy balloon shot down over the Atlantic Ocean moments ago. This happened somewhere off the coast of Carolinas. This balloon was undetected for days until it was spotted by citizen photographers in Montana. It collected sensitive data from Canada and the United States. This third sentence here is probably speculation, but we don't know. I saw someone else joking that it was going to be America's gender reveal to determine what gender America was going to be for the next century. And of course, white smoke means, oh, guess it's white supremacy. Now I'm not seeing... Now, this is the thing. My computer crashed. I had to reboot, and now I'm not seeing anything talking about aircraft here. I'm going to change my search term to aircraft Montana. Let's see here. An aircraft with call sign SAM 173 flew right before the Montana explosion video was posted. This craft is usually what transports high-level government or military officials. SAM 173 was due west of Billings at 6:45 Eastern, and the Twitter video was posted at 7:08. Oh, and here we go. Here's the video. So let's start back over. Okay, so we see something falling out of the sky. Now, again, this could be, you know, I'm not Snopes, right? Oh, flashes of light in the sky. Smoke. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, look, for all I know, this video could have been filmed anytime, anywhere. This could be fake. This could be something from a movie. I don't know. But this is allegedly over the skies of Montana a couple days ago. A weird plume of smoke that's going downward. And it says, okay, reports of explosions in military aircraft over the city of Billings. Around an hour ago, this is close to where the Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon was spotted yesterday.
What that was, but there is a ton of smoke on the plane.
Well, she says from a plane, but do you know it was a plane? Okay. Somewhere in Montana, a Cessna aircraft is shadowing that balloon from China, and they've got a bunch of ranchies, hunters in there with their personal rifles and long guns, and they're going to shoot it down. Okay, most of these are joke posts, but... Aviation contact in Billings said flights were grounded and military aircraft were scrambled. Yeah, I'd like to know what was shot out of the sky, if anything. I mean, this is quite the interesting... I mean, a lot of it's conjecture and speculation. Nobody knows what to believe. I'm going to go ahead and back out of here real quick because we're gonna switch gears just a little bit from asking a bunch of questions and wondering what the hell... Because, quite frankly, when I started actually looking at this story today... was literally right before they shot it down. And so as I'm looking, I'm reading that they shot something down in Montana, and then I'm reading that they shot something down off the coast of Carolina. And I'm like, well, wait, I thought there was only one balloon. And then I started, and then I started seeing all these news reports that there's a second balloon over Latin America. And I'm like, okay, well, if that's the second balloon, then what's going on in Montana? And that's when I kind of started doing more research, and I saw that this is just some sort of weird aircraft explosion that may be unrelated. I don't know. Folks, you just saw the video. You figure it out for yourself. Feel free to go, like I did, go on Twitter, look up Aircraft Montana, and see whatever you can find. Really weird situation with over the skies of the United States right now. I've been commenting that this whole debacle with this balloon kind of brings back thoughts of the Metallica music video for All Nightmare Long. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, like the whole first half of the video is talking about these spores that can bring things back from the dead, like a Lazarus effect kind of thing. And then sort of the second half was that the Russian government was going to use these spores, like they found a way to kill the dead that get brought back by these spores, and that they were going to use a weather balloon over the United States of America to disperse these spores so our dead would come back up out of the ground and we'd have to fight our own dead and then the Russians could come in and be our saviors. It's an interesting music video. Metallica, you are very creative. And so when all this starts happening with China, I've got this thing in the back of my head. No, there's a possibility, potentially, I guess, that the balloon was carrying some sort of virus. But, I'm not afraid of some stupid balloon flying overhead. Like I said, I'm more worried about all the crap on these phones. All the different things these phones can do. I'm not worried necessarily about whatever this. I mean, granted, now if they were beaming in government secrets, if they were taking pictures of military facilities, so that perhaps the Chinese government could do military strikes on us, that's one thing. That's something our military should have figured out pretty damn early, and not let this thing fly completely across the United States before knocking it down. Now, the news reports say that our government said that they didn't want debris to land on innocent civilians. And I call bullshit. I call bullshit because there are many things that we've blown up in the atmosphere where we haven't necessarily been worried about the debris. Granted, it's always a danger, but all you have to do is say, look, if we blow it up here, everyone might want to watch the skies for a while, and, you see something coming down, get the fuck out of the way. Anyway, so that's where we're at with this. So I'm going to turn to more of a humorous take on this. There's a Twitter account at GayToad3. Where is it? Okay. There we go. Twitter account at GayToad3 that is now the Chinese balloon Twitter account. Flying over Chicago right now, send prayers. That was 19 hours ago. Joe, wait, don't shoot. And it's got the Ukrainian flag over the Chinese flag. That's pretty funny. Chinese balloon says, I am Q. Hey, balloon, what are your pronouns so we do not upset you? Chai/ni/ba/rune. Chinese Baroon. I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary. Pop. And the balloon pops. Just a weather baroon, no shoot. Down here. Weather baroon, totally not for spying. I'm seeking asylum. Xi crazy. Get out of my airspace. BRB dropping a massive she/it over Portland. There is no ozone layer up here. They lying to you. Where's that balloon at? Peekaboo, bitch. Oh, here's the church that looks like a penis. Shit's crazy up here. Y'all gotta stop this shit for real. People throwing bottles and cups. Patriots, okay, a wing of the DC jail. I don't know what this means. Trump would have had that thing strung up in front of the White House by now. And then people... All right, so that's the humor side of things. Hopefully y'all can find some humor in this whole debacle because, quite frankly, this whole situation is a failure of the U.S. military. It's a failure to protect our borders. It's more of the same that we have become accustomed to in recent years. The sovereignty of the United States is up for grabs. Quite frankly, it's up for grabs. Now, there are a lot of far leftists who don't believe in the sovereignty of the United States. They don't believe in nationalism. They don't believe in protecting borders. They don't believe in American superiority, even if it's just a moral superiority, even if it's just, hey, we don't do the kind of, warlord things that you see in third world countries. They still don't want to believe in American exceptionalism. And look, to some degree, I don't really believe in American exceptionalism either. I just believe my beliefs for completely opposite reasons. I think we've bought into a top-down control system that basically is the same thing. Sorry, I had to have a puff, and it wouldn't draw at first. So here we are. We're 25 minutes into the show. How are you folks doing? Has it been a great week? Has it been a decent week? Has February been treating y'all right so far? I do want to say today is the birthday of yet another one of my family members. Sometimes I'll give a shout out here on the stream. Today is the birthday of someone very close to me that, for political reasons, has not spoke to me in a very long time. And I will say that I would never do that to you. And I hope you have a safe, healthy, and happy birthday. Cheers. Ooh, that Highland Park kicks you in the mouth. Okay, the next story I'd like to cover is something that I tried not to. I tried to stay out of it. And we have had a whole flurry of videos on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter of, I'm going to say it, hoes. Hoes working out at the gym and setting up a tripod. You set up a tripod, you do your workout, and then you're like, look, that guy's staring at me. He must be a fucking creep. So today's video that I'd like to cover this with, we'll send a shout out to Joey Swole on Twitter. Joey Swole on Twitter put out this video today, and I want you, I'm going to go ahead and play the whole thing. I'm going to interrupt it a little bit through because I'm not trying to bust any copyrights. I'm actually trying to provide some commentary, even though he's providing commentary on her video. So that's kind of, so this video was originally recorded by a lady at a gym. Joey Swole gave his take, and I'm going to kind of give a little bit of mine, which is going to be similar to his, but we'll get there.
A gym creeper today. Obviously this guy's not dressed for a good workout, and he just kept wandering from machine to machine, staring at girls while they were working out.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, when you're wearing jeans at the gym, it's a little problematic. I'm not going to lie. It does make people wonder why you're there. But here's the fucked up part. She's being creepy to him, and Joey's going to cover this. She's being just as creepy to him. What is she doing? Is she working out while she's filming? Does she have her tripod set up and just pointed it the other direction? Is she doing her lifts? Is she doing her machine? He's obviously not staring at her. We'll see.
And I literally stood next to him for so long, and he didn't even notice me.
Oh, he didn't notice you. Well, then you must not be as hot as the chick you think he's staring at. Maybe you should do more lifts. Maybe you should try to build up that booty a little bit. That way you'll be as hot as the chick on down there.
This is so annoying. We come to work out not to be leered at.
Yeah, funny how your text to speech to text there said layered and not leered.
And yes, I did report him to the front desk and show them the video.
Oh, and you see the chick that he was allegedly, did you see that? let me see if this will go back. It won't go back. Shit. Right there. Okay, so before he was staring toward those green racks in the background, and there's a chick over there in pink pants, which I'm going to have a whole rant about that in a minute. But now that she's stood up where he could actually get a better look, he's not looking that direction anymore. You would think if he was being a pervert and staring at the redhead in the back, which here, let me do something here because my window sizing is all wonky. I want you to be able to see a little more of what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's try that angle. Okay. Now, can you see the redhead in the pink in the upper left corner? See, he was staring that direction at the beginning of this video. Here, I'll go back another few seconds. Okay, you see? He's staring that direction. But now that she's completely moved out of the way of that rack, he's not looking that way anymore.
To be leered at. And yes, I did report him to the front desk and show them the video. What a creep.
So let me get this straight.
Okay, so now we're gonna hear Joey's take on it.
You followed him around the entire time, watching him, recording him. He didn't look at you, and you didn't catch him on film actually being a gym creep and staring at another woman. And he's the gym creep?
Bingo bango.
And don't say that.
I'm just gonna say this right out. If you're taking a camera to the gym, you're the fucking gym creep. And if you're concerned someone's watching you at the gym, then yeah, you should alert gym staff or go find another fucking place to work out. It's unfortunate. I don't think other people making you uncomfortable should push you away. But yeah, it does. Because as soon as you whip out a camera and start creeping on other people, now you're the creep. Period.
That he was staring at that woman doing kickbacks because you can barely see her from your angle, which means where he's sitting with all that stuff in the way, there's no way that he's looking at her. Could you imagine if this was the other way around and he did this to you?
And so what? So what if he was looking at her? You know, this is the thing. We have laws about cameras, right? To where if you're walking down the street, you can be filmed. If you're in a private establishment, whoever owns that private establishment has the right to have cameras set up and to film you. But yet, for some reason, we expect men's eyeballs to follow different laws than cameras. So what if he was staring at her ass? There was a time in the 90s where, and look, I'm currently wearing some pretty loose-fitting pajama pants right now, right? Feel free. There are also some loose-fitting, like, sweatpants. Depending on what machines you like, there's plenty of other attire that you can wear to the gym that aren't the yoga pants that fold at your ass fold and go up your ass crack. So if you're coming to the gym wearing those kind of clothes, that means, again, I'm not playing the asking for it game. I'm not playing the victim blaming game. I'm saying there's a reason things are, the word provocative. You're dressed provocative. The root word of provocative is provoke. I bet the person who filmed that video is just mad that she wasn't getting stared at. So she was watching who all the men were staring at, found something she thought she had a problem with, and fucking lasered in. Maybe that lady down there doing the kickbacks wanted to be looked at. Maybe that's why she wore what she wore. You don't get to tell her that men aren't allowed to stare at her.
What the response would be. And it's not illegal to wear street clothes to the gym. But why is he there and not working out in street clothes? There could be a lot of reasons. Maybe he's waiting for somebody that's working out or somebody that's working to get off. He's their ride home. But
that was my first thought, was, okay, well, perhaps he's someone who's handicapped. There's not a lot of chairs at the gym. And he probably already feels awkward, like coming and sitting on a machine that somebody might be using. And maybe out of the corner of his eye, maybe he saw her like staring at him and was like, oh shit, you want this machine? And so he moves to different machines throughout the gym thinking, oh shit, she's close to me looking at me. Maybe she wants my machine. And so he's trying to stay out of the way. That's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this guy, you know, and maybe he knows like his grandson's over here trying to mac on this redhead who's doing the kickbacks. And I'm gonna kind of watch from afar, but I'm gonna leave him alone. Perfectly reasonable, perfectly acceptable behavior. Now let's hear what Joey still has to say on this.
actually, maybe he's just lonely. I've been training at gyms for 20 plus years. I have seen so many elderly folk, men and women, that come to the gym just so they can feel social.
Okay, well this takes us right back to the beginning. Is it creepy to be lonely at a gym? It depends on your perspective of the gym. Gyms aren't necessarily supposed to be social hours. I mean, from time to time you do get in conversations with conversations with people at the gym about a number of things. Usually it's just lighthearted conversation. Sometimes, you know, you're trading workout tips. But for the most part, the gym is man versus machine, and you're just trying to get your sets done. You're trying to get your reps in. You're trying to get your workout and get the fuck out of that place, because, you know, you're not trying to sit there and just sweat all night when you have, especially if there's a larger crowd. If you, like I said, the old guy, you know, being on the machine, maybe someone else who wants to use that machine. You don't want to be that person. Like, I finished my workout and I'm just out of breath and just sweating on the machine. You know, you don't want to be that person either. So, yeah, gyms can be a social place, but I wouldn't advise using the gym as your social outlet.
They can be around people because they're lonely. You don't know this man's story. I also think it's funny that you say you don't like to start drama and put it on social media, but you do this to this man.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're just a liar.
Posting this video, making him out to be a gym creep just so you can have likes and attention and start drama. If you think there's a problem, talk to the front desk, report them, have them take care of it, but you don't need to post this video. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. So we seem to have, you know, it's all clout. It's all social media clout. Let's put on a very tight pair of yoga pants. So tight that you could see the folds in a woman's camel toe. You know, let's put on pants that tight. Go sit and do the exercise machine backwards with a tripod set up, filming for your Instagram and your TikTok. TikTok and Instagram, just as being a creep and not being social, just as those things aren't necessarily for the gym, neither is your Instagram or TikTok. Look, if you want to go to the locker room, snap yourself a selfie after your workout, after you're feeling, you know, feeling the burn and feeling sexy. You want to go to the locker room, snap a little sexy selfie of yourself to feel good and post that on Instagram. That's one thing. But to sit and film an entire video about, are people going to interact with me? Uh-oh. Let's find out. Let's set up the tripod. You're a fucking asshole. And yeah, there have been a lot of these videos recently, and you know, the one young lady had since apologized, but there have been like 3 or 4 more videos since then. There was a video last week, just this past week, like 3 or 4 days ago, where a young woman was working out and she had too much weight. She was asking for someone to come help spot her. She was stuck. She had too much weight. She was doing squat lifts. She had the bar over her shoulder and she was pinned down by too much weight, and she was asking for help. And nobody, not a single person, would come and lift a finger to help her up. Is that the future you weirdos want? You want your clout chasing to get people hurt? Because that's what happens. All right, we got 20 minutes left of the show, and I really don't have a whole lot of other... There's a couple small little things we could get into here. First, let's look at this. Zelensky's wife before and after $40 billion in aid. To be honest, yeah, not really digging either look, but yeah, that's all. There, you know, you can see where your tax dollars are going, Americans. I hope you enjoy it, because you know it's not like you're gonna get to see them up close and personal. It's not like you're going to get to have a turn with those. Those are purely, those are now property of Ukraine and Mr. Zelensky. All right, the last little thing I have here. This is via Clown World on Twitter. It's a little video. Let's see here. Made it too big. Let's try it. Nope. See, why does every window need resized differently when I play a different video? Alright, go there. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this up.
Sexual.
Are men trash?
Cis, heterosexual men, absolutely, especially white men.
Weren't you just talking about equality?
Oh, absolutely. But
No, absolutely equality. Oh yeah, equality. Yeah, no. She knows nothing of the sort. Obviously, she's following the propaganda. You know, nice little belly button piercing. Oh, you can't see the belly button piercing. Let's... Yeah.
but
yeah.
we have
Yeah, I got a little joke I like to say. You know, I like these girls with all these piercings because you can see right through the hole in her relationship with her father. Yeah.
to have that viewpoint because of how much we've been attacked just by that gender. You know?
But you just said that all straight men are trash.
How much we've been attacked. I would like to hear her story. I want to hear when she has been attacked by straight cis men. I want to hear that story. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying I want to hear it. I want to know about it. And I want to hear what she did about it.
Like, that's a pretty big generalization, don't you think?
It definitely is. It's not necessarily something I'm gonna saying via statistics. I'm saying via experience.
Oh, so it's not a statistical thing. It's your bad decisions, right? No? Yeah? Maybe? I mean, if the consistent thing here is your experience, then maybe, just maybe, you've got a broken picker, young lady. You know, I'm not going to do the not all men thing. I'm not going to have that conversation because it's not all men. It's the men you hang out with. It's the men you chose to party with. Your experience, not mine. Not the experience of most people I know. Think about it.
Would it be misogynistic if a man said all women are trash?
Yes, it's the same way as like reverse racism.
So in that case, isn't it kind of, misandry?
It's the same as reverse racism. Well, okay, yeah, because reverse racism doesn't exist because it's just racism. Hating people for their skin is just racism. But she's probably one of these who've bought the propaganda and used the new definition of racism that's all about power and privilege and blah, 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 which to me, that definition just assumes that people of color have no power in society and therefore can only be victims. I tend to disagree. Thank you. I don't think black folks are powerless, and I don't think women are powerless.
For a woman to say that men are trash?
Oh, I wouldn't say so. I mean, yeah,
So are you a misandrist?
close to, but I'm trying to come out of that.
Trying to come out of that. What are you doing to try to come out of that? See, it sucks that these clips are, 45 seconds long here?
Am I trash then?
Sure, yeah.
This person you don't even know walked up to you on the street, put a microphone in your face, and, just the assumption, hey, you're automatically trash because you have a penis.
Are men...
All right. We wonder why suicide rates are the way they are. We wonder why women in their 40s are increasingly finding themselves single because men in their mid to late 30s are just opting out of a dating pool that includes women like that. I laugh when I hear that. I mean, it's a very sad thing, but I laugh when I see people like that say things like that. Because honestly, I'm for free speech. You want to say men are trash? Be my guest. You want to say it's okay to be a misandrist? Be my guest. You want to base the behaviors of every cis straight man on the men you've hooked up with? Be my guest. But then you can't complain when you're 45 and your dating options are a Siamese cat, other weird pink-haired crazy people, and, yourself. You can't complain. You've created the society you want. And even though there are pockets of society that are outside of your control that have nothing to do with the things you were just talking about, that's not the society you're going to live in. Because you want to make assumptions. You want to pigeonhole. You want to, what's the word? Stereotype. And profile and discriminate against people. Feel free. Feel free. Just understand that for every person you exclude from your hug box, every person you exclude from your circle of trust, you are manufacturing, you are creating your own reality. You're creating your own circle of trust, your own circle of people. And all this preaching that these weirdos do about diversity, Well, when they're all the same, when they're all just like you, who are you going to look up to? Who are you going to turn to? Whose shoulder are you going to cry on when there's no one left but people who are exactly identical to you? Now, a lot of people think, man, that sounds like a good idea. Imagine no one in your life ever disagreeing with you. No, that just means you make the dumbest decisions possible. And you continue to get into situations with people that, well, I can trust them. They're exactly like me. And then you find out they're fucking predators. Good luck. Good luck. Because if you think that people wouldn't use the way you think to be a predator, well, then you got a lot of growing up to do, my young lady. But I'm more than happy to watch from the outside. I'm not, not jealous, not envious at all. I don't want any part of that craziness. I'm happy to watch from the distance. I'm happy to watch from the other side of the internet while people like you craft the kind of communities you want. In the meantime, the rest of us will be talking like adults and normal people and interacting in all the wonderful ways that make things like a trip to Las Vegas a really good time. Anyway, those are the topics I've had for today. We may call it a little bit early. I'm going to go ahead and try to finish my whiskey here. 2 more little sips. And then go hit the restroom and kind of close out the rest of my online research here and enjoy the rest of my weekend. And I hope the rest of you enjoy the rest of your weekend. February has been a banger so far. And I'm hoping we still have plenty of things to talk about. Let me just say, I did watch Nick Rekieta's show last night, and for everyone who has been messaging me about Trout for Clout, that's not something I'm going to cover on my show either. If you want Trout for Clout, you go find your own Trout for Clout. That's all I'm going to say on that. So, no thank you. I did see it. All right, one more little sip. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank you for coming. Please click that thumbs up below. When you like this video, it makes it do better. And if you're on Rumble, hit that little punching bag, the little boxing glove rather. That little boxing glove works the same as a thumbs up on YouTube. If you're not familiar, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to me on Rumble down below. That's my channel down in the description. If you click the little see more below, you'll see a bunch of links. Got my Rumble, my locals, my Facebook, my Twitter, all that down in the description. All you got to do is find me on those other platforms and you'll know when I'm going to be streaming next. Usually it's 6 p.m. Central on Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Central on Saturdays. Please come back and chat with me live. If you can't chat with me live, then leave me a comment below. Let me know what I could be doing better. Let me know what I could be covering. So if I didn't cover a story you wanted to hear, then let me know and I'll try to catch it next time. I'm not ashamed to do a week-old news story. Just let me know what you want me to cover and I'll cover it. So leave me a comment below. I'll be sure to do that. And come back next time. Participate in the live chat. Say hi to me. And hello to everyone out there who did participate this time. Share this video off platform. Really helps with the algorithm. If you know somebody that could use this content or might enjoy this content, please let them know I'm here. Let them know off this platform. excuse me. Also, hit the bell for notifications and hit the subscribe button below. That way you can find out when my future videos are uploaded or my future live streams go live. All the ways in which to find me and contact me, because you never know. You may not like this show, but you might like one of my future live streams, and just kind of keeping an eye on me scrolling through your feed until you see something you like. That subscription button really helps with that. In the meantime, it's me, Mild Kevin Miles, February 4th, 2023. Catch you on the flip side, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Don't get any on you. And if you do, rub it in real good. Peace.